We live in a world of constant noise, fast, loud, demanding. But beneath the surface, something quieter is breaking. An emptiness grows where meaning once lived. We measure success by speed, not depth. And in that rush, we forget what the soul needs. Stillness, wonder, connection. This is not just burnout, it's spiritual starvation. Tonight we slow down and begin to remember what wholeness feels like. Let us embark on a tranquil voyage through the quiet corridors of our everyday existence, where the incessant chatter and digital hum have become the rhythm of life. In a world bursting with endless trivia and fleeting pleasures, we find ourselves mysteriously unfulfilled. This modern carnival of stimuli, blinking notifications, streaming content and ceaseless updates, creates an illusion of vibrancy, yet often masks an underlying void. Beneath the surface whirl of activity lies a profound emptiness, as if amidst all this dynamic noise, our inner essence has been silenced, lying dormant. We've crafted a tapestry of distractions weaved from endless scrolling and trivial validations. Instead of anchoring ourselves in meaningful connections or profound self-discovery, we have become adrift, navigating a vast ocean of digital noise. This isn't merely about distraction, it speaks of a deeper, existential hunger we attempt to quiet with superficial indulgences. Each like and swipe feeds not who we truly are, but a surface craving, leaving us yearning for encounters that touch the soul. In its wake, we confront the stark reality that the outward style pursuits leave an inward stillness, a gap between virtual interaction and genuine fulfillment. Our pursuit of fulfillment is often a chase after illusions. We grasp at conveniences and advancements, seduced by promises of unending satisfaction and fleeting highs. Yet, these technological marvels frequently provide only temporary relief, perpetuating a cycle of craving and ephemeral joy that leaves us mere spectators to our lives. Genuine fulfillment, we discover, cannot be found without confronting the truths and cycles of our inner landscapes. By turning inward, away from external noise, we unearth a richness within that promises a more profound, enduring form of satisfaction. Surrounded by abundant information, we find ourselves paradoxically starved for wisdom, lost in a deluge of data while yearning for deeper truths. In this cacophony, our minds drown in superfluous input, leaving our spirits to quietly starve. Wisdom is not merely consumed, it's cultivated through reflection and introspection. It asks us to step willingly into silence, to embrace patience and confront the truths we often avoid. By choosing to redirect our focus inward, away from saturation and towards clarity, we foster a journey of spiritual fulfillment that touches the very depth of our being. Fragmented attention is a byproduct of our high-speed, multitasking lives, like shattered glass reflecting only fragments of reality, never the full picture. Our days are stitched together with distraction, leaving us not truly present or connected. Our souls, craving wholeness, invite us to practice being present, to draw all fragmented attention back into one harmonious stream. Through solitude, mindfulness, and deep awareness, we begin to see the complete reflection of our inner selves, moving beyond the fractured glimpses that daily distractions offer. Our relationship with time has become adversarial, a race against relentless deadlines and constant urgency. This hurried pace distances us from the spiritual depths, replacing the serenity of the present with anxiety and unrest. Reframing time as a partner in reflection, rather than an opponent, enables us to explore the spiritual potential of each moment. In these timeless, still pauses, we rediscover a peaceful flow that nourishes our spirit and reaffirms the beauty of simply being. With entertainment everywhere, we become passive consumers, escaping into spectacle and sensation while neglecting the creative process of living authentically. The endless parade of movies, music, and digital interactions lures us from the quiet potential of introspection. Yet, fulfillment evades these superficial diversions, thriving instead in authentic engagement with meditation, creativity, and nature. By stepping back from entertainment and into the breadth of our inner lives, we reclaim our ability to explore deeper, creating fertile ground for spiritual growth. Chasing thrills and quick-fix pleasures has us cycling through euphoria and emptiness, while the soul craves meaningful engagement. True meaning, once overshadowed by pursuit of momentary excitement, demands our presence and intention in life's gentler rhythms. By embracing these quieter paths, our existence becomes fertile ground for finding soulful meaning, free from dependence on transient highs. Encumbered by overconsumption, from material to informational excess, we suffocate the spirit beneath the accumulation's weight. Releasing ourselves from this weight liberates us into a harmonic balance, appreciating the abundance in simplicity. In embracing minimalism as an act of rebellion and divine communion, we discover the sacred art of living richly in the space of enough. The myth of instant gratification beckons us towards immediate pleasure, yet it leaves us wanting in the wake of superficial joy. Spiritual fulfillment calls for patience, unfolding in a slow, deliberate journey, far richer than any instant reward. By relinquishing immediacy, we open ourselves to profound growth and wisdom that lies within the natural cadence of time. Embracing the slow allows insight to flourish, grounding us in a truth infinitely more rewarding. As we journey through this modern landscape, we are invited to rediscover true satisfaction, not in external metrics or transient highs, but through intentional, introspective living. Here, where simplicity and connection guide us, we find fulfillment that transcends circumstance, engaging deeply with self-reflection, gratitude, and mindfulness uncovers a well-being rooted in spiritual essence. This satisfaction isn't merely a peace within chaos, but a sanctuary, our heart's haven amidst the complexities of modernity, where we return time and time again to nurture authenticity and fulfillment. In the gentle glow of our ubiquitous screens, we find a peculiar paradox of connection and solitude. This modern era, saturated with digital devices and social platforms, promises endless interaction, yet often leaves an echo of emptiness in its wake. Imagine a dimly lit room where the cold blue shimmer of gadgets casts long shadows that dance against the walls, each ping and notification a ghostly reminder of external contact. But beneath this web of digital noise lies a cavernous solitude where emotional exchanges are fleeting and unsatisfying. Herein lies the paradox of connectivity. Technology bridges great distances but often widens the emotional chasms within us. These virtual encounters, transient and transactional, cannot hold the same weight as the warmth of genuine face-to-face contact. We find ourselves in a perpetual dance with surfaces, ourselves hidden behind filters and facades that offer connection, in name but not in substance. In this world of perpetual notification, we yearn for conversations that delve deep, craving the resonance of a human presence which these digital forms fail to provide. Our online networks have transformed perceptions of friendship and intimacy, reducing them to numbers and superficial engagements. In the pursuit of digital validation, we construct identities designed to attract, not authentically represent who we truly are. Like shadow puppets, these personas move across a screen, but lack the depth of real-world interactions, leaving us echoing with a sense of emotional distance from others, and indeed from ourselves. Here, friendship wears the mask of followers and likes, yet authentic companionship withers, overshadowed by the shallow glow of digital affirmation. We navigate a sea of digital noise, a cacophony of overlapping voices where authentic dialogue becomes rare. In this modern bazaar, the rush to be heard overshadows meaningful exchanges as the pursuit of likes and shares strips words of their depth. The essence of true conversation, those moments of understanding and empathy, is too often lost amidst the din. We are surrounded by chatter, yet starved for the nourishing silence that breathes life into genuine connection. Anonymity in digital realms offers yet another layer of complexity. Behind screens, identities become fluid, allowing expressions of both our truest and most destructive selves. This cloak of invisibility encourages behaviours that would remain hidden behind the warmth of a real gaze. In these shadows, the darker sides of human nature can take form, spreading mistrust and alienation into the collective digital atmosphere. For those who assume these masks, a dissonance grows between intention and action, stirring conflicts within the soul. Despite the illusion of endless connectivity, emotional dissonance persists. Our digital age thrives on instantaneous communication, yet often delivers interactions devoid of resonance. We find ourselves perpetually present online but emotionally absent, fragmented amidst a stream of banal updates that fail to fulfill. The subtle art of in-person understanding is displaced by efficiency, leaving us informed but not enlightened by empathy, constantly interacting yet yearning for true connection. We sense the decline of face-to-face interaction, where the beauty of shared silences and eye contact soothed our spirits. As digital pursuits advance, these cherished human elements recede. The decline of direct encounters erodes the community's fabric, once woven tightly with the threads of empathy and shared presence. We are drawn to fill this void with digital stimuli, seeking nourishment that pixels alone cannot provide. The irony emerges starkly. Surrounded by digital acquaintances, still the soul hungers for the tangible warmth of another's presence. Virtual validation, our modern currency, skews perceptions of self-worth and identity. With likes and comments substituting for genuine appreciation, we chase an ever-elusive fulfillment. Our crafted personas on screen strive for approval, yet fall short of capturing authenticity. The more we chase this fleeting digital acceptance, the more our internal confidence wanes, widening the expanse of loneliness. Amid these tangled webs, cultivating authentic relationships remains an invaluable endeavour. It requires mindful intention, a conscious choice to prioritise depth over breadth in our connections. We must foster online spaces that embrace sincerity, valuing authentic presence over superficial personas. Emphasising empathetic dialogue over digital noise, we can bridge this divide, resisting the allure of screens in favour of truly human interaction. Redefining community in this era calls for transcending geographic constraints and embracing shared values. We build communities upon the cornerstones of respect and understanding, nurturing spaces where empathy reigns over mere communication. Embracing diversity, we cultivate networks that support emotional and intellectual growth, challenging the solitude of our connected age. Loneliness becomes a shared truth in these modern times, yet solitude can guide us toward peace. Unlike its counterpart, solitude is a conscious embrace, a restorative sanctuary for self-discovery, free from distraction. Here in solitude's warm embrace, we engage in reflection that sparks inner awakening. Freed from digital noise, we uncover our authentic selves, ready to connect more deeply with our world. In seeking solitude, paradoxically, we find connection, both within and beyond, in a dance as ancient as humanity itself. In the echo of ancient hearths where stories illuminated the nights and laughter wove bonds of kinship, our ancestors found their meaning within the heart of the tribe. These communities held them like the gentle embrace of an eternal dance, where everyone knew their place in the sacred web of life. Rituals richly woven with tales and traditions whispered identity and purpose, weaving souls together in a tapestry as old as the stars above. Yet, as dawns rose and fell through the ages, these ancestral weaves slowly unravelled, releasing into a modern world vast, fragmented, and yearning. Cities grew like sentient beings, absorbing the once tight fabric of tribes into hurried lives, and fragmented landscapes where depths were lost to the dizzying expanse of possibility. Within these sprawling urban spaces, human connection transforms into something as if seen through a translucent veil, a pseudo-community, masked in digital interactions. Our fingertips tap into worlds of countless fleeting bonds, momentarily satisfying, but hollowed of depth, like echoes in a vacuous heart. The shared stories, those ancient guides marking our journey through life's mysterious terrain, fade before the chorus of individual narratives. Each voice, now isolated, strives to sing its own song in a world that forgets the harmonious chorus. The myths of self-made destinies rise, as shared tales of wisdom and unity fade like the morning mist. In this myriad of voices, the truth is whispered by the soul itself, seeking company in the collective dream, yet found wandering alone in the land of self. It is in the reflective stillness that we remember the gentle power of rituals, those sacred ceremonies that once linked us to the rhythms of life and death, joy and grief. Among the echoes of forgotten chants and ceremonies that once unified families and tribes, the soul longs for the shared space of initiation and belonging. Removed from these rites, we drift in time's endless flow, losing touch with the grounded stone of reality and the metaphysical. The rituals of old are remade as mechanical transactions of the modern world, hollow imitations of connection, leaving us spiritually adrift in a sea, longing for authentic shores. Fragmentation defines contemporary existence, living in pieces, torn between the demands of society and the whispering call of authenticity. In the space between what is expected and what is true, we navigate life wearing many faces, each a mask donned for different stages. Loneliness pervades these roles, each one a solitary pillar, holding up the weight of modern identity. Yet, within this separation, there echoes a deeper longing for unity and the authentic chords of a life shared in genuine communion. As our digital footprints deepen, true connections fade into the background noise, a song lost to time's rushing river. The screen's cold glow promises much, yet delivers echoes devoid of warmth. Real human presence. A smile the heartbeat felt across silence becomes elusive, a rare gem in the digital landscape. Economic winds blow relentlessly, pulling communities apart in their wake. The pursuit of prosperity draws individuals across landscapes, uprooted and scattered, disconnected from the roots that once nourished. the face of the self-sufficient individual becomes a societal idol, a gleaming mirage championing independence at the expense of collective strength. Yet, the heart knows the cost of this isolation, a quiet cry in the night for the warmth of shared hopes and dreams, a communal tapestry of resilience. Mass culture, with its vibrant, flickering lights, weaves threads that appear to connect yet pull us further apart. The allure of a shared experience resonates with the echo of solitariness, leaving us reaching out across digital planes while sitting alone. Glimmers of hope spark in the heart's yearning for sacred spaces, those corners where vulnerability and openness can reign. Reclamation begins with intention, as we plant seeds of community, anew in the garden of possibility. These sacred spaces may not bear the traditional mark of stone and earth, but instead live within the bonds we forge, the conversations that crack our hearts open, and the shared silence of understanding souls. Through personal responsibility, we ignite the flame of community, sinuous threads of empathy and authenticity, weaving us back into a tapestry vast and inclusive. Each gesture, a breath towards collective healing, each word a bridge spanning the chasm of today's spiritual dissonance. We stand now at the verge, gazing out over an unexplored landscape of communal possibilities. To bridge the chasm means to blend ancient wisdom with modern imagination, drawing from the river of our shared past to sketch paths that cradle diversity and honour the planet. Technology, a tool not for escape but enhancement, gently guides us to gather with intention, to craft bustling towns and tranquil retreats where hearts might convene in rare, luminous unity. Here we transcend the construct, woven from intention, shared values, and the gentle, nurturing hands welcoming each soul home. Thus we invite the renaissance of the village heart, where the spirit finds repose in a returned sense of tribe beneath the broad, forgiving sky. In the dim corridors of modern life, where the hum of constant activity fills the air, busyness is often treated as a sacred emblem, a value to uphold. People rush from one task to the next, schedules bursting at the seams, as though each tick of the clock whispers promises of worthiness. In society's eyes, a filled calendar is synonymous with success, a busy mind with purpose. Yet within this dance, a subtle truth quietly lingers. The soul, unlike the mind, knows the gentle rhythm of slowness, the honeyed refuge of reflection. It finds sustenance not in haste, but in those unhurried moments when creativity naturally beckons, unfettered by the weights of deadlines or external demands. This all-encompassing myth of productivity paints burnout as a badge of honour, a dimming star heralded for its struggle against the night. Sleepless nights and endless lists become the uniform of valour, eclipsing the quieter calls of the spirit. In this relentless pursuit of output, the depth of simply being gets swept away in its wake. In the silence, away from the noise of doing, the whisper of the inner voice rises like a calming tide, carrying with it the soft truths of what truly matters. Only in such pregnant pauses do we listen and reconnect with the profound journey beyond the face of busy doing. Reflection, like a meadow under the afternoon sun, embraces slowness with open arms, offering a canvas for resilience and wisdom to grow. Yet modern life strides past such interludes, mistaking slowness for inefficiency. Just as the earth needs rest to bloom, the spirit requires moments to gather its truths, realign itself, and thrive in authenticity. Through reflection, priorities reconfigure, shifting the gaze from societal demands to soul cravings. In silent contemplation, buried emotions rise to greet the light. Such moments, countercultural as they may be, are sacred, urging us back to the primal rhythm where the soul blossoms in harmony. As shadows lengthen with the setting sun, burnout emerges as a spectre, a modern plague of exhaustion sweeping through the fabric of our stories. Its onset is soft, creeping in like the first chill of autumn. What begins as mere fatigue deepens into an erosion of vitality, a dimming of the light within. In the wake of unseen demands, those afflicted tread the days as shadows, detached from the vibrant hues of former joy. Here lies more than a loss of energy. Self-worth becomes shrouded, hidden beneath layers of constant striving. The roots of this exhaustion trace back to our tangled beliefs, where worth binds itself to what we accomplish, where rest is branded unproductive. This cycle, unsustainable and unyielding, reflects a broader malaise, a world where the end product overshadows the journey, where numbers outweigh nuances. In this recognition lies an opportunity for awakening. Unlearning these toxic paradigms is essential for cultivating an ecosystem that esteems balance, resilience, and a deep respect for the spirit's natural cadence. Stepping back, the light dawns. Success is a multifaceted tapestry, not a singular summit. While society often narrows success to wealth and status, the soul instead looks to the richness of fulfillment, beyond the measure of possessions. Here success becomes a winding path, a meeting of personal value and aspiration, where growth and contribution weave the narrative. To redefine success is to celebrate it in acts often unseen. Kindness rendered, art made, personal truths lived. This shift reclaims the intimate journey, away from praise and toward coherence, allowing a quiet fulfillment to sparkle in the stillness. Yet the price of hyper-productivity is high, etching deep grooves in the psyche where stress and anxiety nestle as constant companions. Speed claws at our edges, while rest becomes a relic of the past. Though appearing hardy, the human spirit cannot forever withstand such perpetual strain. Healing emerges through gentle questioning, a nurturing of a life where psychological well-being is the foundation. Here productivity evolves, no longer the ruler but a companion in life's grand architecture. When achieved milestones leave an unexpected void, an inner crisis might stir beneath the triumphs. The accomplishments long pursued unveil an expanse of longing, pointing toward a misalignment of outer achievement with inner purpose. It calls not for escape but for introspection, where authenticity rather than approval defines true achievement. Here, the journey is not about surpassing challenges, but weaving values deeply into the fabric of life. To counterbalance lies in the rituals of restoration, those quiet moments reclaiming balance amid the frenzy. Be it through silence, journaling, or purposeful rest, these acts anchor the self, creating oases amidst life's manic pace. They invite a pause to breathe, to exist in the gentle light of now. Such rituals recalibrate our energies, teaching that the sanctity of being is as worthy as the act of doing. Letting go within this relentless world is an art of elegance, shedding layers of expectation, embracing instead a trust in life's innate rhythm. It whispers that our worth is not forged in output, but in the quiet tapestry of our presence. Embracing patience over immediacy, we find that life is best savoured in its present texture. By tuning into the universe's flow, we align ourselves with a sacred dialogue, a harmony where soul and spirit dance as one. In reimagining productivity, we alight upon a profound truth. It is not mere output, but a soul's expression of balance. Rooted in intention, actions align with personal truth. revealing productivity as a natural shimmer in the tapestry of a life well lived. It is a tale of exploration, of joy and growth, where at last the soul finds its sanctuary, not in longing, but in the quiet glow of fulfilled dreams. In the tapestry of today's world, where flickering images and whispered promises shape the mind, identity no longer slowly ripens. It is a fruit plucked prematurely, constructed by hands not our own. Amidst bustling markets and glowing screens, who we are becomes dictated by the ever-echoing call of consumerism. Once, identity was a tradition, a role carefully passed through the hands of time, connected to family hearths and communal fields. With each industrial tick of the clock, however, those roles have crumbled, scattered like leaves in the storm of modernisation. Now, individuals find themselves adrift, identities moulded by the persistent cadence of adverts that suggest conformity over self-discovery. Here in this realm of buyable personas, the marketplace offers to sell you personhood packaged neatly within boxes of desire. Garments are not just threads but aspirations, each purchase a fragile promise of becoming. The new phone in your hand signifies connection, the planned vacation, happiness. Yet beneath this vibrant facade lies a profound emptiness. Such an identity, constructed of consumables, is thin and fleeting, forever eluding the grasp of true fulfillment. It clings to the superficial, lacking the tactile depth of one born from inner exploration and truth. The heart yearns, caught in a cycle of relentless comparison and ceaseless consumption, a chase that never ends. The psychological shadow cast by this consumerist paradigm is long and dark. Self-worth becomes entwined with the external, snagging on every past trend and fading accolade. The illusion of value hinges upon the visible and the tangible, becoming as fragile as a house of cards. To seek validation through possessions is to tether one's self-esteem to shifting sands, leading only to deeper insecurity. Constantly hunting for the next purchase, the next faint echo of approval, individuals find themselves trapped in anxiety's embrace. The pursuit of the fashionable and the fleeting does more than empty wallets. It gnaws at the spirit, occluding pathways to authentic self-awareness. Advertising, the subtle weaver of dreams, manipulates its threads of desire into a tapestry that dazzles and deceives. With its whispers shaping our needs, it fosters a sense of lack, enticing us with visions of completeness that can never be. The bombardment of imagery and suggestion weaves into the subconscious like an artist's brush, painting desires that are not our own. Over time, these visions merge with our reality, blurring the lines between our true aspirations and those crafted by another's agenda. In this waking dream, we are led far from ourselves, pursuing ideals as evanescent as morning mist. Further entwining our lives, social media presents the ultimate stage for this masquerade. Lives are curated, experiences edited, until only the perfect shimmer remains. Each digital triumph becomes a mirror, reflecting not individual truth but collective illusion. Scrolling through polished lives, a soul can feel isolated, greeted not by connection but by existential fatigue. In this space, false connections abound, while genuine bonds yearn quietly in the backdrop, overshadowed by the glow of the screen. The promise of choice, too, stands as mirage-like freedom in this consumer-centric landscape. Rows and rows of options feign autonomy, yet they are strings drawn taut by unseen corporate hands. The variety is an illusion, a trick of light, obscuring the monoculture that lurks beneath. True decision-making, the kind that nurtures individuality, often lies beyond this maze of options. Here, empowerment comes not from an excess of choices, but from discernment, choosing what serves our essence, not just our image. In seeking to reclaim authenticity, one embarks on a sacred journey of introspection. It is a rebellion of the most tender kind, standing firm against the tides of consumerism and embracing the soft strength of vulnerability. Peeling back the layers, discarding what does not serve, we relearn the lost art of being. The journey to authenticity is one of quiet courage, a reconnection with self that calls for honesty in the face of societal mirrors. Here, the heart finds solace not in what it accumulates, but in the stories it lives and the connections it forges. In a world that weighs worth in units and digits, the time is ripe to look inward, to the intrinsic value of human spirit beyond measure. True freedom whispers from within, calling us back to the hearth of our being. With mindfulness as our guide, we can step off the busy carousel of desire, pausing to breathe and be. In intentional choices and mindful awareness, we find liberation, walking paths paved by inner truth rather than external allure. Here balance blossoms, a dance between the material and the mystical, where life unfolds not in things possessed but in moments cherished. In a time long forgotten, rituals were more than mere customs. They were the essence that wove human souls into the tapestry of the cosmos, bridging the earthly with the ethereal. Ancient societies orchestrated these sacred ceremonies to mark life's rhythmic transitions, birth, passage, death, each moment touched with divine acknowledgement. Through the smoke of sacred incense and the echo of chants under moonlit skies, rituals offered a narrative of transcendence, grounded in the mundane, guiding individuals toward personal transformation and community unity. Yet as we embraced modernity, the gentle art of ritual was overshadowed by the relentless pursuit of progress. The scientific quest for empirical clarity left little room for the subtlety of sacred pauses. In this void, life risks becoming an endless series of errands, stripped of the meaning that once thrived in reverence beneath the stars. The sacred, once a whisper in the heart, now gets lost amidst the clamour, leaving us to wander through days devoid of spiritual markers, where meaning teeters on the brink of oblivion. Amidst towering skyscrapers and digital distractions, sacred spaces have crumbled, replaced by the ceaseless hum of urban life. Where ancient groves and cathedrals once nurtured the spirit, commercial constructs now rise, shrouding the soul's yearning in silence. Our ancestors understood the importance of places where the earthly and divine met briefly. In their absence, we grapple with existential echoes, the spiritual call dulled by concrete and screens. This loss demands urgent contemplation. How do we carve spaces of reverence within a world infatuated with the instant and superficial? Answering this question may reclaim a forgotten piece of our humanity. In today's society, the essence of rituals is often diluted or reshaped beyond recognition, leaving hollow acts that merely mimic their profound beginnings. Without a true understanding of their depth, modern rituals become superficial performances, empty gestures signifying productivity without soul. Consequently, a void spreads where authentic connection once dwelled, causing society to drift on a sea of forgotten heritage. As these echoes of genuine rituals grow fainter, our desperate desire to grasp what we've lost urgently rises. At their heart, rituals speak in a language older than words, a subconscious dialogue that resonates with the archetypes within us all, transcending rational thought to touch the soul's deepest aspects. They do not merely reenact ancient traditions, they beckon us into a conversation with our own unconscious, aligning inner landscapes with outer journeys. Through symbols and gestures, rituals pave paths to healing, guiding us beyond personal limitations towards a unity that embraces the cosmos. The erosion of rituals mirrors a larger erosion of tradition, affecting both personal identity and community cohesion. Once, tradition served as anchors, grounding individuals amid life's relentless changes. Now, without these rites, we find ourselves adrift, seeking identity in fleeting moments, with communities suffering from the absence of shared expression. Traditions once provided a collective narrative, weaving continuity and purpose. Without them, existential uncertainty looms. Yet within this amnesia lies an opportunity for personal ritual, a reclamation of meaning through intimate spaces of reflection and growth. These personal rites need not be grand, simple acts. A daily moment of silence, a quiet walk in nature. Invite a pause within modern chaos, rekindling a connection to the self that is both profound and unassuming. Symbols within rituals carry an enduring potency, bridging our tangible world with the intangible mysteries of existence. They ignite the imagination, echoing through the corridors of our collective unconscious. By engaging with these timeless emblems, we unlock passages to deeper truths hidden beneath the surface, encouraging us to explore life's riddles with an open heart. Initiation rites, revered for recognizing and marking life's transitions, stand as timeless life markers guiding us through identity's shifting realms. Historically, they ensured individuals traversed life's thresholds with community support. The absence of such rites today reduces pivotal moments to solitary experiences, eroding their significance into mere biological milestones. Collective rituals, too, possess a power unmatched in strengthening communal bonds. Through shared celebration and synchronized pause, individual voices harmonize into a choir of belonging. The rebirth of collective rituals in modern life rekindles community spirit amid division, offering public gatherings rich in cultural significance. To envision a world renewed by ritual is not to dwell in nostalgia, but to nurture cultural and spiritual resilience. As modern pilgrims on this path, we engage in the creative restoration of rituals, respecting past wisdom while adapting to present needs. This journey invites us to readjust our inner compasses, reconnect mutual ties, and embrace the mystery that renders our shared journey both sacred and alive. In doing so, we draw nearer to the world we inhabit, finding in ritual a voice that continues to whisper tales of old into the hearts of those willing to listen. In the hushed embrace of night, when the world is a tapestry woven with dreams, we reflect on the nature of education and its transformation over time. The heart of learning once danced with intuition, a gentle whisper of inner knowing guiding students as they navigated the labyrinth of existence. In today's landscape, illuminated by the blinding glare of intellectual pursuit, intuition's quiet song is often drowned out. We have tethered our understanding to the cold calculus of memorization, reducing the art of education to a mechanical exchange, merely shadows cast on walls, lacking the luster of life's deeper truths. Once upon a time, education aspired to foster the soul as much as the mind, weaving character and conscience into its rich tapestry. But now, under the weight of algorithms and data, intuition has been relegated to obscurity, its vital presence deemed a relic of the past. This neglect of our innate wisdom distances us from creativity and empathy, vital forces within the human tapestry. As intellect dissects the world with precision, intuition reaches beneath the surface, revealing the golden threads of purpose and connection. Without it, the soul is left impoverished, its potential for holistic growth stunted in the cold light of clinical detachment. In ages past, ancient cultures esteem the cultivation of wisdom, an endeavour intertwined with the quest for profound truths. The Greeks cherished their philosophies, Eastern teachings advocated contemplation, and indigenous wisdoms honoured the spirit's interconnectedness with nature and tribe. These traditions embraced balance, viewing education as a sacred journey of the mind, body, and spirit. Inquiry into existence was their foundation, encouraging learners to question with sincerity, reflect with depth, and act with compassion, crafting an integrated sense of self. Though modern education flaunts its technological marvels, it falters in capturing the ancient essence that ennobled learning as a path toward understanding the mysteries of human nature. In abandoning these timeless principles, we risk losing the treasury of insights that reveal the heart of our shared human experience. Reawakening these age-old teachings might breathe life into today's education, transforming it from a reservoir of knowledge into fertile soil, from which wisdom flourishes anew. By valuing wisdom alongside knowledge, education becomes a dynamic force, equipping learners with resilience and creativity, enriching their lives and the culture they inhabit. As the sun's golden light dims, the realm of emotional intelligence, often relegated to the periphery, steps into the spotlight. In an age where academic achievement reigns supreme, this essential human gift is too frequently dismissed. Emotional intelligence is the gentle art of understanding oneself and others, the nurturing of empathy and the cultivation of meaningful connection. Yet current educational frameworks largely ignore it, leaving students adrift, their potential unmoored in the winds of life's challenges. This oversight bears consequences that ripple through our societies, where individuals may grow into inability, struggling with the nuances of emotion and the intricacies of human relationships. Such deprivation perpetuates miscommunication and emotional discord, constricting the vitality of our communities. To restore balance, educators must embrace emotional intelligence, transforming classrooms into sanctuaries for the heart and mind alike, fostering psychological resilience and self-awareness as avenues for healing and growth. Education, once seen as a sacred journey towards self-discovery, is now often reduced to a mere path to employability. The focus narrows, technical skills prioritized over human development's broader aspirations. But by confining education to vocational training, we lose sight of its transformative potential, the guiding hand that leads individuals to ethical leadership and societal contribution. True success is a multifaceted jewel, gleaming beyond academic accolades. It is a testament to resilience, adaptability, and purpose-driven existence, a chorus of voices composing a symphony rather than a singular note. Empowering students to redefine success beyond tests and trophies nurtures a more profound sense of fulfillment. By honouring diverse definitions of achievement, education becomes a journey of discovery, inviting individuals to pursue lives rich with integrity and meaningful contributions. In a world where information flows like an endless river, critical thinking is a lighthouse, guiding our way through uncharted waters. Yet, its light is often dimmed by the rote parroting of facts, undervalued in an educational framework focused on conformity. To rekindle the art of critical thought is to open spaces for curiosity and questioning, embracing the complexity of life with open minds and hearts. By nurturing an enduring love of learning, education extends beyond the walls of classrooms and into the world, a lifelong exploration that adapts and evolves with each experience. Weaving habitual learning into life's fabric encourages growth, embracing differing perspectives and fostering adaptability in an ever-changing world. Education becomes a living tapestry, inviting students to become co-creators in their own stories as they learn to gracefully navigate the unfolding narratives of existence. In the end, we are called to remember the sacred connection between education and nature, to once again learn from the earth's patient wisdom. Reintegration with nature nourishes the soul, teaching us of resilience, interdependence, and the beauty of simplicity. As we reconnect with the rhythms of the natural world, we expand our understanding, deepening both intellect and spirit, carving a path toward wholeness in a fractured age. In an era marked by the enlightenment of reason, humanity has achieved remarkable feats. The intricacies of medicine, the vast expanses of technology, and the progress of industries stand as testament to this era of rational illumination. Yet, as reason ascends, shadows form beneath its brilliance. Ancient mysteries and the mythic tapestry of life have been quietly pushed aside, seen as relics of a bygone era. In this shift we experience a profound forgetfulness, an amnesia of the soul's language, losing touch with the wonder and meaning that our ancestors held dear. While science has unravelled the vast complexities of existence, it often sidelines the deep-seated sense of the divine, those moments when awe and mystery permeate life. The mechanisms of science replace the enchantment of mystery, leaving us at risk of neglecting the profound depth awaiting discovery in the everyday. Mysticism, dismissed as indulgent rather than essential, grows ever distant. Yet an undercurrent of restlessness stirs beneath this quantified world, a yearning for something elusive, profound, and intrinsically human. As our grasp of the universe widens, so does the void when we neglect intangible experiences vital to spiritual fulfillment. The world through the lens of mechanism appears as a vast, indifferent machine, governed by laws devoid of innate meaning. This vision enables triumphs as humanity manipulates nature's secrets, yet leaves our hearts longing for stories and symbols that enrich us with meaning. Within this machine-like view, consciousness is reduced to mere biological phenomena, stripping away sacred dimensions. Here, life may be seen as finite, a series of survival instincts and productivity consumed by consumption. Humans, however, are inherently drawn to narratives and connections that bridge the seen and unseen realms. We crave a universe intimate enough to instill even the smallest acts with purpose. And so, while mechanistic understanding dissects the how, it falls short of the why, creating a vacuum filled by existential longing and despair. Modernity, as Max Weber once observed, strips the magical essence from the world, a disenchantment born from relentless rationalization. Data points replace the mythic essence of nature, and a barren landscape devoid of symbolic richness emerges as the sacred is edged out. Even amid material abundance, an emptiness persists, a profound soul hunger for connection to something greater, kindling loneliness and a yearning for solace. We see this ache reflected in art, stories that transcend logic, and the relentless search to weave patterns from chaos. To re-enchant the world is to invite back its mystic vibrance, nurturing a rich relationship with the cosmos and our own depths. Amidst this, a quiet harmony calls, where science and spirituality are not opposing forces, but companions on the quest for understanding. Each brings its own wisdom, Science unfolds the universe's visible fabric, while spirituality explores our inner terrains and interconnectedness. Together they enhance our view, crafting a reality honouring life's complexity, where empirical laws and sacred connections coexist in gentle balance. Such a world awakens renewed wonder, reminding us that even as understanding grows, the mystery deepens still. The modern dance is tense. Technological advancements sprint forward, while spiritual wells run dry. Here, technology offers convenience and speed, while the immediacy it fosters distracts from introspection and spiritual engagement. The tension between outward progress and inward stagnation becomes evident. Technology often distracts, creating waves of surface connection, yet lacking true spiritual substance. True progress, then, lies in melding outer advancement with inner evolution, using technology to nurture awareness and presence, rather than diminish the soul's journey. In our era permeated by scientific thought, the heart remains largely navigated by intuition, emotion, and shared experience. As society tilts toward digital futures, nurturing our emotional and spiritual selves becomes imperative. Poetic engagement with the sacred feeds our emotional intelligence, elevating compassion alongside rational enlightenment. Through this nurturing, we envision a world where science and spirituality empower us, seeing each achievement as a doorway to comprehend what it means to be fully human. For in the language of myth and story does the soul truly speak, echoing truths and insights that transcend time. These tales, rich in symbolism, teach us life's paradoxes and connect personal experience with universal themes. While facts dominate, the soul's transformative tales linger, unlocking spiritual vistas and guiding us through life's profound mysteries. Reclaiming myths enlivens the soul, linking us to voices past and integrating the mystical into our world. Finally, in a culture rife with material pursuits, the quest for meaning defies temporal possessions, urging us to seek inner fulfillment and enduring values. This quest compels us to re-evaluate, advocating a life balanced by material and spiritual nourishment. It speaks of interconnectedness, compassion, and soulful enrichment, revealing wealth in relationships and a harmonious universe tapestry. By aligning with these eternal principles, we discover a sanctuary against fleeting worldly pursuits, reminding us where true fulfillment resides. Our tale begins in a time when humankind was nurtured by nature's tender embrace, where ancient forests whispered secrets and rivers sang songs of life's enduring cycles. In those early days, we were not mere dwellers on the earth, but its confidants and companions. The wind would caress our skin, leaves would murmur under soft footsteps, and the sky would paint dreams of infinity. Each sunrise was a testament to life's renewal, each sunset an invitation to quiet reflection. As the world evolved, however, shrubs and streams gave way to edifices of steel and stone, and in this relentless march of progress, we began to lose touch with our most primal companions. In this new world of towering buildings and endless streets, our spirits find little solace. We traded the gentle rustle of leaves for mechanical hums, the twilight symphony of insects and birds for the dissonant clang of urban life. Amidst this clamour, a deep-seated longing ensues, a yearning for the serenity that once soothed our souls. Deprived of nature's steadfast presence, the modern spirit flutters in an invisible cage, its once vigorous rhythms stilled by artificiality and haste. Within the city's embrace, the cosmos that once spoke of eternity now remains unseen, our hearts confined by the very screens illuminating our lives. Urban sprawl, though a marvel of human innovation, often leaves us craving what it has obscured. Endless corridors of concrete mask the sacred dance of light and shadow found in untamed landscapes. Behind glass and pixelated grandeur, our hearts ache for the touch of the wild. In these urban webs, the natural world is siloed to manicured parks that pale against the expansive wilderness. Minds accustomed to subtle shifts in daylight now jostle with overwhelming stimuli, forgetting the balm of nature's quietude. Science unveils what was long known: connection with nature. Tames stress, quiets the turbulent mind, and restores balance. Yet, urban living often severs this critical lifeline, leaving us adrift in a sea of restless energy. Technology, a beacon of human ingenuity, now occupies the spaces where nature once flourished. Blue screens replace blue skies. Notifications quiet the calls of the wild. This shift widens the chasm between our true selves and the earth, inciting a profound emptiness. Nature births patience and connection, while digital realms often ensnare us in urgency and solitude. In this misalignment lies a quiet chaos, where attention wanes and fulfillment evaporates, siphoning wisdom once rooted in the soil of our being. Yet nature persists, a mirror reflecting the landscapes within our souls. Its cycles are our own, echoing the ebbs and flows of human emotion. In these natural stages lies solace, a place to shed societal layers and embrace an authenticity that modern life rarely affords. Here, amidst rustling leaves and rhythmic tides, truth emerges, urging us toward mindfulness and gentle introspection. Jung himself viewed nature as a merging of conscious and unconscious forces, guiding us back to a harmony often obscured in daily existence. Even in fragmented encounters with nature, healing unfolds in unexpected grace. Science, acknowledging ancient wisdom, reveals nature's unrivaled power to heal. Practices of ecotherapy and wilderness retreats remind us of nature as an ally in our mental restoration. Natural landscapes, untouched by human interference, teach resilience akin to forests reborn from fire or ecosystems mending from storms. Immersed in this living tapestry, our spirits rekindle curiosity for life's vibrant beauty missed in urban monotony, urging creativity and change. Integrating nature into daily life, even urban life, requires a delicate balancing act. Streets lined with trees and gardens carved from concrete offer whispers of what once was. Embracing these connections, even in modest ways, restores alignment with the earth's song. Simple acts like feeling bare earth underfoot or witnessing dawn's first light reconnect us to the primal pulse within. This renewed relationship with nature fosters stewardship for the world around us and within us, cultivating patience and empathy in place of haste and isolation. To journey forward is to answer nature's ancient call, echoing across time. Our ancestors revered Earth not out of necessity, alone but as kin, sharing sacred truths found within its cycles. Embracing rituals that honour this connection, be it a silent gratitude at sunrise or a mindful breath amidst nature's gentle chorus, awakens dormant wisdom, reclaiming guidance long lost to our modern rush. Such reverence offers clarity amidst confusion, restoring certainty once bestowed by winds and waves. Ultimately, the wilderness emerges as our greatest teacher, presenting lessons in humility and transformation. Nature's cycles mirror spiritual teachings. Birth mirrors dawn, death echoes dusk, and through it, we find paths to our own renewal. By venturing into nature's heart, we unveil deeper truths beyond ego's constraints, drawing near to an essence boundless and free. In choosing to walk alongside nature, we forge our reconnection to a world within and beyond, harmonised at last with the rhythms that bind us all. In the tender embrace of modernity, we find ourselves swaying to the gentle rhythm of instant gratification. This dance, choreographed by technology's swift hand, weaves an illusion of fulfillment. With a single touch, we summon not just meals and entertainment, but fleeting shadows of companionship, each a whisper of the joy we seek yet cannot grasp. Here the digital realm has gently coaxed us into expecting life's wonders at the same rapid pace as its virtual counterparts, subtly altering the landscape of our desires. Yet as we chase these ephemeral thrills, the deeper currents of purpose remain untouched, swathed in the patience we have forgotten to cultivate. Beneath this surface lies a complex tapestry of neural pathways, where the brain's ancient mechanisms yield to the allure of immediate rewards. The limbic system, once a steadfast guardian of survival, now finds itself ensnared by temptations never envisioned in the whispers of evolution. The delicate dance of dopamine, a melody once sparingly played, now resounds with every click, every notification, ensnaring us further in its trance. As the echoes of this cycle deepen, our cravings magnify, our capacity for delayed satisfaction diminishes, and purpose is obscured by a fog of momentary pleasures. This world, bathed in the soft glow of screens, often confuses pleasure with happiness. The former, a fleeting burst of sunlight, the latter, a steady flame, nourished by the wood of values and purpose. As we wander the shadows of consumer culture, we're lulled by the siren song. That happiness springs from acquisition, validation, and indulgence. Yet in pursuit of these transient joys, we hop from one high to the next, never settling into the comforting embrace of true enduring happiness. The hedonic treadmill churns beneath our feet, demanding ever more for diminishing returns, preventing us from stepping off to savour the profound satisfaction rooted in purpose. Within the intricate web of connection, social media presents an alluring siren. It promises closeness, yet so often delivers solitude disguised as community. The likes, shares, and digital applause echo transiently, leaving in their wake an unquenchable thirst for more. This mirage captivates, yet it fragments genuine human contact, hiding it under layers of curated perfection. While we reach out into the ether, the warmth of real voices and the depth of true relationships fade, traded for an ephemeral sense of belonging that never truly satisfies. At the heart of this swirling quest is the empty self, a construct craving completion through external means. In a society where economic growth is revered like an idol, the marketplace preys upon our vulnerabilities, promising fulfillment with every purchase. These material pursuits, however, offer only temporary balm, leading us further from the inner sanctuaries where true meaning resides. In this restless cycle, the soul's hunger for authentic purpose is masked, unfulfilled by the ceaseless quest for possessions. Yet, purpose dances quietly through this cacophony, whispering of deeper truths. It is ancient and profound, a compass by which to navigate the expansive seas of existence, transcending momentary delights with its steady presence. The search for purpose is a journey inward, a quietly blazing beacon amidst the storm of external temptations. It roots us in narratives greater than ourselves, endowing life with significance and resilience in the face of ephemera and challenge. Viktor Frankl, standing resilient against the darkest human trials, showed us purpose's power to illuminate even the shadowed corners of existence. In reclaiming purpose within this frenetic age, we must choose deliberately to pause, to step softly away from the clamour. This path calls for introspection, a sacred reverie, where self-reflection and meditative stillness inform the heart's direction. As the layers of distraction fall away, the core of one's spirit emerges, revealing pathways lined with clarity and intention. Embracing this sacred discomfort, we step beyond habitual cravings, weaving a tapestry of meaning that enriches life's every endeavour. Mindfulness, too, tenderly guides us to gentle presence. It anchors us to the now, a place of serene clarity amidst life's tumultuous dance. Through mindful living, we attune to life's subtler rhythms, savouring not just the bright notes of triumph, but the soothing undertones of continuity. With mindfulness as our ally, we harmonise pleasure and purpose, allowing each moment to become a purposeful celebration. As we journey towards this harmonious integration, passion reignites within us, its flame fueled by purpose. Passion enlivens the spirit, breathing energy into the mundane and transforming efforts into joyous expressions of existence. Shedding off the weight of societal expectations, we explore the realms that truly resonate, where spirit and ambition freely intertwine. Here lies a unity of life, where pleasure and purpose dance a shared dance, forming a world ennobled by presence and renewed by intention. And so, dear wanderer on this path, as you immerse yourself in these reflections, may you find solace and inspiration. Embrace this intertwining of pleasure and purpose, allowing it to remind you of your own sacred potential. As you linger in these thoughts softly lit by your screen, remember to carry this light forward, perhaps by taking a moment to like and subscribe, supporting a journey we shall continue together.